Good morning, everyone. My name is Jyoti Sridhar, an assistant professor, Department of Analytics, PB Siddhartha Arts and Science College, Vijayawada. So, in this video, I would like to explain management process, the definition of management, nature of management process, and I would like to discuss whether the management is art, science, and profession, and explain what the management functions and principles derived by the Henry Fayet. So I would like to come to know what is management process. So management process is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling the activities of a business. So the management process is a dynamic and continuous endeavor that aims to optimize the operations, streamline workflows, and drive the success. So management process incorporated planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. All the management principles are there. So from the planning onwards, we have to plan because every organization have a set of goals are there. So how to achieve the goals? They are going to determining a plan of actions. So in this plan of action, so you have to organize the available resources. With available resources, everybody have to try to achieve the goals. And in that, you have got to organize the resources and staffing is very, very important. You have to delegate the authorities and responsibilities towards to the staff and direct them towards to achieve the goals, coordinate them and control them and not to let them deviate from the actual path. So these are all nothing but a management processes. So management process is very, very important and it should be the dynamic and it should be the continuous and it should aim to optimize the operations and streamline the workflows and drive the success. So, what are the characteristics? So, it is a dynamic process, continuous, highly aspiration, and it should be social in nature, administrative function, and moreover, it is a team effort. So, dynamic process means it is going to be adopting new innovations. So, the main feature of the management process is it is a dynamic in nature. That means it should be flexible, it should respond towards to the challenges and make the adjustments needed and ensure that organization success in the particular environment. So and what is continuous process? Continuous process aspects means the management, it is going a never ending cycle. It is never ends. So one by one, the project by project. So organization is achieving. So project by project, the goals are being changing. So the action plans are being changing. And you require different kinds of people to work under the different kinds of teams. So the people are being changing. So it is a continuous process. We have to plan accordingly. You have to reach the organization goals through your plans. So it is a continuous process. And it involves in consistent monitoring and evaluating and improving the operations to keep up with the changes, needs, and the particular to meet the long-term goals and get the success. And it should be social in nature. Management is inherently social because it revolves around the interactions between individuals. The human element or the human plays a vital role in the management process and influenced by the drivers, social values, and cultures. It is a function that not only shapes the society but also foster the communal preservations and supports the future endeavors and align with the company interest in the community. And it is an administrative function. So the administrative function of the management pertains to overseeing the directing the actions of individuals to achieve the specific goals. It is a comprehensive approach that involves setting, defining, and ultimately accomplishing the objectives of a collective group of the individuals. So the function ensures that the necessary tasks and responsibilities are carried out effectively and efficiently to drive the organization goals and get this success. So administrative function means it is seeing that how the individuals are given the specific goals, how they are achieving their goals, and these goals, how they are mapping to the organizational goals. So in this scenario, they are going to, so the management process, the management is including. So what is the nature of the management? So it is a universal nature, it's a continuous process. Of course, it is intangible, it is a social in nature, it is art and science, and of course, it's a profession, a goal oriented, it's a group activity, and it is being creative. So now we will see what is management by art, science, and profession we will discuss. So management is a science. So science means there should be a systematic body of knowledge. There should be some observations and experiments. There should be cause and effect relationship, and it should be universally validated. So management as a science. So system of knowledge. For example, if you take X theory and Y theory. So there is a proper system of approaches are there. It should be validate. So after determining, so in order to determine such qualities X, Y, Z theory, so they have gone through different kinds of observations. And finally, so Mac George has given particular X theory and Y theory and Z theory. So it is being activated, validated by entire university. So we can think that so management is a science. So management is an art. Means there is a theoretical knowledge. There should be personal skills, creativity, perfection through practice. Yes. So management, theoretical knowledge. So you are doing something means there is a background, there is a theory. For example, would like to motivate the employees. So motivation theories are there. Two-factor theories are there. Hygiene factor theory, motivation factors. So likewise, if you apply any kind of process, there should be a background, there should be a theory which is already determined by the management gurus. So professional skills, everybody, lead the team, every leader, they must possess some professional skills. And he should have some creative knowledge in order to lead the particular objectives. So this objectivity, this leading, it comes from the perfection. So management as a profession, yes, there should be a specialized knowledge, and there should be formal education and training, and so these are all the things are incorporated with the management. So from that we are going to say management is science, management is an art, management is a profession. Now, what are the functions of management? So, functions of management we can determine post crop, but finally we can say planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So, what is mean by planning? According to George and Jerry, so the planning, so fundamentals of functions of management can be determined like planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling. And see, according to Henry Foyle, he has given it is in order to forecast the plan, to organize, to command, and to control. And according to Luther, he has derived like post crop. So, P4 planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. And according to Harold Kunz and Donald, so this is the these are all the functions of management. Now, so anybody, if you observe everything, so planning, organizing, controlling, staffing, directing, and controlling are the major parts in management, functions of management. So we'll see one by one. So what is planning? Planning means here predetermined course of action. Planning means it is a predetermined course of action. So what you would like to do in future. So today itself you are going to make a structure and you have to determine a course accordingly you have to execute. So predetermined course of action is called planning. And so in this planning, should be goal oriented. It should be goal oriented means why you are planning. So in order to reach this specific task. So pervasive, it is going to be dynamic process and continuous activity. There should be intellectual process. That means intelligence. The knowledge it is a futuristic. That means you're going to execute in future. And it is a decision making. It is one of the managerial functions. So these are all parts, important characteristics of planning. So Harold Kuhn says that the planning has important objectives. Number one, to offset the uncertainty and change, to focus on attention of the objectives, to gain an economical operation and to facilitate the control. So uncertain change. So from whenever uncertainty is happen, you have to plan and you have to come across from that. And there are all the objectives. So in order to achieve, then you have to plan and accordingly you have to act. So you reach objectives. So economical operation means a business. It's nothing but an economical operation. Plan accordingly and achieve the profits. And you have to facilitate control because business means a lot many programs are parallelly to going on. So you have to have a better control to facilitate properly so that you can achieve the particular common goal. So what is the next function called? It is organizing. Organizing involves establishment of the formal structure of authority through which the work divisions are being arranged and defined and coordinated to accomplish the defined objectives of the organization. So organization, because of course, as you know, the organization is divided into many levels like top level, middle level, and operative level. So the top level people are determining the visions, and they are setting the targets. The middle level management taking those objectives and split into parts and deriving and forwarding to their team people. The team people are taking their part of work and they are going to achieving the particular their task. So organizing means here, not only forwarding the objectives, and they are going to providing the necessary resources in order to achieve the particular task. That is also comes under organizing. And organizing is identification and classification of required activities, grouping of activities necessary to attain the objectives, and assignment of each grouping to a manager with the authority necessary to supervise it, and a provision for coordination horizontally and vertically in the organization structure. So here organization steps are, first you have to determine, you have to divide the work, and you have to group the activities and assign the duties and delegate the authority to the to the employees and define the relationship, finally coordinate all the activities. And the third one is staffing. Staffing means placing the right person in the right position. Staffing involves the process of filling the positions in the organization structure. So here, steps of staffing function management. So it's a manpower recruiting. So first of all, we have to create in the staffing. It's a foremost important function because whenever there is a proper human resource, definitely they can come out from the any critical incidents. So manpower planning is very, very important. So from that to the important activity of staffing is recruitment. So recruitment, and from that recruitment different kinds of sources we can pool the people, and from that you are going to select the right persons and welcome all the right persons to the industry and conduct the orientation. So in this orientation drive, so you have to facilitate the environment to the newly joined people, and they have to allocate the work and provide the training whenever they required. Finally, you have to appraise their performance. Accordingly, they have to pay the compensation and promotions. These are all the activities of staffing function. And directing. So direction is the process by which the employees are guided to contribute towards to the organizational objective. So whenever the employee is unable to reach their target, also you have to direct them how to achieve. So you have to show the way how to achieve the things. And so in this directing, what are the elements are incorporated? So in this supervision, motivation, communication, and leadership. So supervising, and you have to supervise your team people, and you have to motivate your team people, and communicate with the proper information and provide your leadership. And through that, this all comes under a part and participles of directing. And next one, controlling. Controlling involves setting standards, measuring the performance, comparing the actual with the standards, and find out the deviations and take the corrective actions. So, you are the leader, and the work is given to your employees or your team people. So you have to supervise them whether they are reaching their individual task or not. So in this scenario, anybody is deviating from exact task. So you have to let them not to deviate and make them in the right path and which can reach the main target goal. So these are all the controlling activities. So what are these process of controlling is, so you have to establish the standards, measure the actual performance and compare with the actual and uh, standards, and finally you have to take the corrective actions. And these are all the principles of management. So